Hello, it's Kinninigan. I'm gonna have a little chat about Sasquatch. I'll explain what's going on here. This video here popped up in my feed. It was published yesterday. First of all, this YouTube channel, A Flash of Beauty. Give you a little background on them because I look into everyone I watch videos about. So it's run by this woman and this guy here. Don't know if they're a couple or not. She's pretty cute. She's pretty smart too. They do live streams on here a lot. It's this girl here and this guy Toby, and they made these These are the live streams they do. So they're very. They published two Sasquatch documentaries, and I recommend you watch both of them. They're both really good. The first one is called it's down here, A Flash of Beauty. It's an hour and 34 minutes. I'm telling you, if you're looking for good Sasquatch content, I'm your guy. I'm always hooking people up with YouTube channels I watch. What's really good, all right, they did, before I get ahead of myself, and then we're going to go back to the one they dropped yesterday. And the one they dropped yesterday is something that I want to talk about. I've made quite a few videos on Sasquatch. And that one that popped up in my feed, I didn't even watch it yet, but I saw the thumbnail, and that is, do Sasquatch shapeshift? And I have an opinion on that. I'll explain what it is in a second. So they did this one, A Flash of Beauty, and then they did this one, A Flash of Beauty Paranormal Bigfoot. I highly suggest you watch the paranormal one also, because not too many researchers in this field will go into the quote-unquote paranormal aspects of Sasquatch. But these people, when they did their documentary, they interviewed everyone. Whether it was people that were having mind speak with them, people that encountered them. This woman here, they got an hour video with her. These are all people they featured in their documentaries. And then on the YouTube channel, they published a full hour-long interview. So, you know, if you get called to do a documentary about something, maybe one day I'll get called Reptilian. They'll probably sit me down somewhere and ask me questions for an hour straight, and then maybe only use 10 minutes of the footage in the documentary. And you never know what they're going to cut out and use. So, but these people published the whole interviews on YouTube with all the people they featured, which is really cool. This woman here, I don't know if you ever heard about this instance where Sasquatch go around tying horses' hair. It's called a witch's knot, where they tie horses' hairs into these elaborate braids. And they also do it with flags. They tie these flags in these impossible knots. And, like, you got to have extreme strength to be able to do it. It's just some weird things that Sasquatch has been attributed to. The paranormal Bigfoot one is very good. You got a guy on there who talks about interdimensional physics and stuff like that. They definitely don't be... They got some good... So this guy here... Now, I'm going to watch this. Hold on. Police helicopter outside. I took the air conditioner out of my window, and it got hot today. If you can see, it's 83 degrees, and it got a little humid, but I'm not throwing the air conditioner back in for one night. So, yeah, it got a little hot today. All right. So this guy here. Now, I'm not going to discredit the guy. I don't even know him. I'm still going to watch his 42-minute video because I'm always looking for good Sasquatch content. What I do, even like with Reptilians, is I will watch hours and hours of a subject and kind of put together my own theories. And here's my theory without even watching this. And I've seen other people who've claimed to see Sasquatch do paranormal things. First of all, starting from... He's an ancient species. Yeah, I just said he. Give me this. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm done with DEI and politics. Although I say I'm done with politics... I'm about to show you a clip after this with Donald Trump talking about aliens. Go figure. So, does Sasquatch shapeshift? And I'm sure he talks about some other things. I'll give you a link to this video here. And then, obviously, you'll have a link to the Flash of Beauty YouTube channel. There are plenty of videos on here to kill some time. There are not any good movies out anymore. No good TV shows. They're all... Why? Because wokeism is coming to an end, and all the projects that people worked on, video games. Oh my God, I'm not going to get into it. TV shows, video games, movies, and then when a movie comes out that people actually like that new one by Matt Walsh, Am I Racist? Yeah, it's getting review bombed and all their. Just like when the child trafficking movie came out in Hollywood, The Sound of Freedom, and they blackballed that. I mean, gee, there isn't some agenda going on there, right? You know, you're going to blackball someone shutting down the DEI grift because most of those people are grifters. That's why they don't like the movie. Their grift got called out. I knew it was a grift to start with. Bring any one of those libtards pushing DEI. Let them hang out with me in Philly for a few days, and we'll see how racist they are. I'll bring them down the hood. Yeah, we'll see how diverse. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you if you're down the hood with me. But I'll show you, racism is not an issue. Anyway, back to Sasquatch. Sasquatch doesn't deal with racism. Sasquatch is not out in the woods going, was he a black Sasquatch? Was he brown? Was he tan? Was he white? You know, the white Sasquatch can't hang out with the brown Sasquatch. Yeah, no, that shit doesn't go on in the animal kingdom. I have 3 cats. They don't look at each other. Macy doesn't look at Dougal and go, you're black. I can't hang with you. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, so why do humans do it? All right. All right. But going all the way back, this is what happens with me. I talk too much, right? Going back to Sasquatch. Sasquatch is an ancient species. I believe Sasquatch was on this planet in the times of Atlantis. Meaning that with native Terran reptilians and the Tuatara lizard and probably Atlanteans themselves, they spoke Silver Tongue. Silver Tongue was the telepathic language I was talking about the other day, which is a power of the third eye. So, when it comes to Sasquatch shapeshifting, I heard an encounter from a guy on here, and I believe that encounter is a little more credible. There was a guy on here, not on this channel, it was another Sasquatch. There's a lot of them out there, right? But this guy claimed to encounter Sasquatch on his property, and he didn't actually see the Sasquatch do it, but he said he was out there, and when he saw the Sasquatch and the Sasquatch had noticed him looking out his window, he turned around, and the next thing he knows, he looks out his window again, and there's a white deer there. And he was saying, I know it was the Sasquatch. Like, I could feel it. The deer was looking at me. So here's my theory. Sasquatch doesn't actually shapeshift. Not like Alpha Draconians do. And there's a little more involved. Their shapeshifting is more based off the occult, of all things. I believe what Sasquatch is capable of is the same exact skill that native Terran reptilians have. And that is, they can make humans believe that they are looking at something else. Native Terran reptilians will do that with humans, make them believe that they're looking at a human. However, if you film them, it will show up on camera as their true form. I believe Sasquatch does the same exact thing, which makes a lot of sense on why he would make himself appear as a deer, because he's probably encountered a lot more deer in the woods than humans, right? And probably doesn't have that many references to humans that he can reference, right? Even also with that in mind, could Sasquatch make himself look like a dog man? I'm sure he can. I don't know why he would want to. It isn't like they have to intimidate humans anymore, but I believe that Sasquatch, in certain cases, to not frighten humans, or they will appear as animals. And there's even some danger to that. You don't want to appear as a deer in front of a bunch of hunters, right? Obviously. Maybe they don't want to appear as a bear because people would get scared, quite honestly. Okay, I don't see a Sasquatch, but I see a grizzly bear. Yeah, that would. So a deer makes a lot of sense, and it was a white deer. That's what I found really interesting. It turned into a white deer, and I thought that was really interesting because albino deer, anything albino in nature is usually rare. And I think that Sasquatch has this ability. It would make sense, like in Canada, them appearing as moose, elk. Those are large creatures naturally. Bear, other animals in the forest, and I believe that they do and have the ability to do this. I don't believe they actually shapeshift, but I 100% believe that they have a third eye ability and they can make humans believe they are looking at something else. And that's what native Terrans do. It's called visual mimicry. And I think Sasquatch is capable of using this. Now, I'm still going to listen to this interview. This is why I don't get into reptilian encounters. I'm never going to call anyone a liar or say what they saw or didn't see, but I still find it fascinating. Most 99% of the times, I just can't get behind reptilian encounter stories. If you know anything about the research I do on the reptilians, I do more on stuff that I can prove the occult aspects of them, what they actually look like, how they got here. I don't get into too much of experiences with them. I don't think that many people actually run into real Alpha Draconians. And Sasquatch is kind of the same thing. Sasquatch also has other third eye abilities, such as telepathic communication, that's silver tongue, mind speak, silver tongue. That's why they invented the Tower of Babel in Babylon to confuse all the humans. So yeah, I do think Sasquatch has that ability. Now, I have quite a few videos I've done on Sasquatch. I'm going to get them back on my YouTube channel. And things that I haven't covered about Sasquatch before, I want to make videos about. And I haven't gotten into too much of the quote-unquote paranormal things. And I think that would be a good stream. The weather's getting nice. I say it's getting nice. Fall's here. Summer's almost over. I want to start live streaming again, so I'm looking for some topics to stream about. Second, I saw this. I've been to Area 51 in 2017. I have videos. I just thought it was funny. Trump was on Gutfeld, and they asked him a question. Hold on. Check this out.
Are there aliens at Area 51?
You know, I'll tell you, it's a funny thing, because I think that might be a question that I get more than any question.
He's not going to be able to answer
you.
you.
It is the craziest thing. So we have that so-called area. They consider it like a sacred area.
I've been there.
And I will say this. I don't think I'm
Here's my Area 51 media files.
Interviewed pilots.
Yes, I was at Area 51
in 2017. There was a round object that was going 4 times faster than my F-22, which is a very fast plane. And it wasn't...
That's a UFO flying right up there.
It was round, sir.
Right there.
They have seen... I mean...
I didn't see any aliens.
I've interviewed solid people,
but
pilots for the
I've been there.
U.S. Air Force, etc. They've seen things that they cannot explain.
I've seen things.
All right,
and
my
I got them
face
on
says it
film.
all, Sean, but yeah, it was.
So,
it was
yeah.
great.
I got some amazing things about Area 51. So, this is going to be another stream I'm just going to have to redo, because I'd rather just redo it. And that is show you all the media files that I have when I went to Area 51. Specifically, I got UFOs on here. I've got the CIA vetted me. They did. I got it on film. Yeah, the crazy day. So yeah, back to the Flash of Beauty thing. But that's the thing I think about Sasquatch. I'm still gonna listen to this guy. I'm not gonna call him a liar, but I just believe that rather than actually shape-shifting, I believe that they do something like native Terrans do with their third eye ability to make people believe they're looking at something else. It's called visual mimicry. I don't think they shapeshift the way we think they do. The way Alpha Draconians do it, they need blood to do that. They need human DNA code. They go into a form where they actually appear, feel, look human. And it's not some type of visual mimicry. If a Sasquatch makes himself look like an animal in the woods, so you don't think you're looking at a Sasquatch, I don't think the intention is for you to get very close to it anyway. Or maybe if Sasquatch doesn't want you around, he doesn't want to scare you, maybe he could just turn and make you think you're looking at a bear. Most people run from that, right? Not everyone. Could be dangerous in some cases, right? Right. But yeah, I think Sasquatch does something along the lines of visual mimicry. Thirdly, I told people I'm working on coloring books. Here's what I will say. I am a trained artist, and the software I'm using, I have to train myself how to. I'm not doing anything complex, so I don't know what kind of books you might be expecting from me. It has absolutely nothing to do with this is so I can subsidize my income. And the first books that I'm going to do, keeping the drawings kind of simple because I need to teach myself how to use this software properly. So I am not going to be doing animals or people. One of the best-selling coloring books at Amazon right now is a coloring book that has all food in it. And for some reason, people like it. Children enjoy coloring ice cream, hot dogs, hamburgers, and they love this book. So a lot like, these DEI people that came into companies and wanted to do things their way, they never fucking learned. They're like, no, we're going to make a coloring book with baby Baphomets in it. Pin the penis on the Baphomet. And we're going to make coloring books with baby Baphomets and pentagrams and tell kids they got to paint them in human blood. Actually, if I did that, I'd be rich overnight. Who are we kidding? I would get a fucking contract with the school district. Hey, Kenny, can you get us 100,000 of those Baphomet pin penis on the Baphomet books? How about them human blood coloring books? Hillary Clinton's grandchildren want some. Yeah, right. All right, you know what? Don't even. I say that joking around. Sad thing is, it's probably serious, right? Yeah. Go make a satanic coloring book for kids. It'll probably. All right, let's not go there. So, hot dogs. Yeah, go ahead, laugh if you want. The first book I'm going to work on, I'm doing all pictures of food. Nothing complicated. I could do a better job than that. But the idea is keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Yeah, I'm just going to do a coloring book with hot dog, ice cream, cake, hamburger. I'm from Philly. I'll put a cheesesteak in there. Why not? Hey, that might sell my book. People love cheesesteaks. I don't know how you actually draw one because if you ever saw a cheesesteak in real life, they're kind of sloppy looking. They're not very I could make some hoagies. That's what we call sandwich. Yeah, we got hoagies on here. Hold on, wait. Someone from Philly had to make one. Hold on. Let's see if we got a hoagie coloring. Yes, we do. This had to come from Philly. Yeah, here you go. I just pull up pics like this for inspiration. So, look, being a trained artist, I went to art college. Well, I went to art. I majored in commercial art in high school, and then I went to the Art Institute of Philadelphia. The Army National Guard paid for my college under the GI Bill, and your first lessons in drawing are not very complicated. It's basically learning how to draw shapes, circles, squares, straight lines. Laugh if you will, but the idea is you don't get to draw on humans or animals until last because they're actually the most difficult. Even if you're drawing baby things, like let me show you a reference here. I was going to do some baby like dinosaurs and dragons like this, which I still might in another coloring book, but until I can learn how to use the software a little better and get all the little tricks down to making shapes, I'm going to stick with food at first because I need to teach myself how to redraw, and I got to teach myself how to use this software properly. And I want to be able to do this without having to go out and invest in a drawing pad. If I have to, I will. You can get some cheap drawing pads for PC. But I have some pretty cool software that has some nice tools in it to help. So I'm thinking I'm just going to do a book of food. It's I don't know what you're expecting. I know what appeals to children, and I'm not. and it's simple things. You can get really complex with coloring books, but kids tend to lean simple designs. And the best-selling book at Amazon right now is a coloring book, and it's making about $200,000 a month. And it's just 50 pages of food. Nothing complex. And you look at this book, and you're like, oh, how's it? And it says bold and easy on it, relaxing. I've read some of the comments over at Amazon, and people are like, yeah, we love drawing this. We get snacks of whatever. Like, if we drew ice cream, my kids will get ice cream afterwards. Oh my god, that's cool. So yeah, keep it simple, stupid for the time being. Nothing really complex. That's not what the intention is for. But I do have some pride. I am not going to publish hot garbage and put, as a coloring book. I do have some skills when it comes to drawing. But sometimes making things look simple, like drawing comics, is not as easy as you might think, or drawing stuff like this. It looks cool. It looks easy. Looks can be deceiving. This is all about knowing how to do shapes correctly. And once you get that down, then it gets a little easier. But yeah, I think to start off, I think I'm going to stick to food. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll probably work on it we'll see. It's going to work on a picture each morning. See how things go. Things kids like. Well, simple. Tacos, pizza, tacos, hamburgers, ice cream. You just get the idea. Then my plan is to, I'll see how things go, but to pump out a book, some people are getting kicked off Amazon, and because they're stealing artwork, or they are having artificial intelligence create artwork for them. And yeah, you could tell when AI makes something; it kind of has no soul to it, right? Although I don't need AI, and I don't need to steal clip art or artwork. That will get, and people have lost their accounts at Kindle, Amazon, because you could self-publish there. It costs you no money to publish. Coloring books are very easy to put together. There's some software out there called Canva, I believe, that can do it. And that's kind of it. Because I need to find something to subsidize my income. Something that's legal. And winter is coming. There goes a Game of Thrones quote for you. And oil is not cheap. I have oil heat in this house. And I want to have a good life for my cats. I am not doing very well financially, so if you could support the channel, I'd appreciate it. The good thing is, I'll be in a better mood in about 2 days. 21st. I'm actually getting a payout from Google AdSense on the 21st. But it took me 3 months to get a payout because I'm not monetizing my videos. I only get super thanks. And see, like I got $17. You have to get $100 to get a payout from AdSense, and I finally did it this month. So I will get a payout in 2 days, which is nice. Every little bit helps. Other than that, so yeah, I'll give you a link to this video here, Flash of Beauty, Paranormal Bigfoot, and I want to do a video about Sasquatch's supposed paranormal abilities. And I'll kind of, in that video, I'll go on a rant and I'll tell you why I believe they keep the existence of Sasquatch covered up. He's talked about in the Epic of Gilgamesh. He's Humbaba the Terrible. So it would make sense. They can't capture these things. They can't control them. They have paranormal powers, just like the native Terran reptilians. And look what reptilians do to us, keeping us dumbed down, fighting, divided. Look at the fucking people they have running this country. If that is not a reflection of reptilians being at the top of the ladder, I don't know what else to tell you. That's why they want their New World Order. People start getting too smart. The internet did a lot of damage to them. And I think you're going to find out really soon why people have TDS. And I'll tell you what it is. It has something to do with why Puff Daddy was just arrested. Yeah. His little sex dungeons. Oh, they kind of threw a black guy under the bus first. Oh, go figure. No surprise there. I think black people are figuring that one out already. That's why they're leaving Democrats. You don't give a shit about us. You're importing all these fucking... I got a neighbor. He's Puerto Rican. He's lived in, he's not from this recent illegal immigration crap. No, he's actually from Philly. He's Puerto Rican. After Trump had the incident at the golf course, he put a Trump sign outside of his house. And I'm waiting to see some liberal try to rip it off his house because he's a tough mofo. He's a big Puerto Rican, and he's pretty intimidating. I'm waiting for some snowflake to come by and fuck with his house because he will... Yeah. Yeah. We'll find... Yeah. And like I said, so they're going to tell you everybody in Philly voted for... No, bullshit. I don't see anyone in Philly wearing Kamala shirts. I see people wearing Trump shirts. And they're going to say... It's that... Look. I don't even want to think about this election. I'd rather think about making coloring books right now. Sasquatch and Reptilians kind of keep me out of trouble. So yeah, look. If I really wanted to get rich overnight, I would do the coloring book of baby Baphomets and occult symbols. Preferred that you color them in blood. No, I'm not doing that. No, we're gonna. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what all these DEI people try to do. Movies were doing good for years, and they had to come along and screw everything up because their modern audience doesn't exist. So yeah, I don't know what you're expecting out of me. It's not going to be some. I'm not. Who knows? Maybe I could do an adult coloring book. Actually, drawing scenes for adults is a lot easier than these simple scenes for kids. Like I said, it can be deceiving. You might think the artwork looks easier to do. It's not really. When you're doing simple designs like this, you need to have clean, bold lines. If you know, and it's a little tricky. And the idea, yeah, but you want to have thick lines, and that's the thing. It's an art form. I don't know what else to tell you, but even doing something simple like this takes practice. And this is clip art. I'm not using that in a coloring book. I just downloaded that for some inspiration for a baby dinosaur. I thought, I want, that's what I could do. I could do a book about outer space with aliens in it, a book with food, a book with baby dinosaurs, a book with dragons. I also think an A to Z coloring book would be pretty good. Going from A to Z, maybe put a picture in there for each letter of the alphabet. Those books tend to be really good because there is a chance you could get picked up by a school district or a teacher and say, hey, this would be a cool book for the students. A to Z coloring book. I do A to Z, 0 to 9, numbers and letters. You get the idea. A, put an apple. B, put a B. R, put a reptilian. No, we don't put reptilian for R. Maybe a raccoon. Alright, that's all for my rant today. I've been trying to stay away from politics because it gets me very upset. Is that what we want for America? For people to go to the news every day and just get pissed the fuck off? Because that's what's happening. Is that what our great country was supposed to be about 276 years later? This is what our forefathers almost died for? This is why we left England to put up with this shit every... no, I don't think so. Something's got to change. And now it's getting to the point where people are just getting sick of, I would say, the propaganda coming from the other side. It's just... They're saying all this mean stuff about him. Look, they've tried to kill him multiple times. It's more than 3 times. If you remember, Trump's plane had to make an emergency landing. That was only like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that's 4 assassination attempts. Now, a bunch of people that went to a rally have chemical burns. I don't know what's going on with that. If you think they're trying this hard to kill him, and it's because of what he was doing to fight child traffickers mainly, that's what it boils down to. You want to know about it? Go watch the P. Diddy shit. If they're trying that hard to kill him, you think they're going to think twice about killing us? I don't think so. When communists come over, they don't want anyone who's religious, anyone who's a free thinker. This is how fucking tyrants think. This is why I get sick of tyrants. It isn't like they go into power and do something good for their fucking people. No tyrant in history has ever assumed power and then brought their civilization to a high degree of, look at China. They went fucking backwards. The way they treat their people and they live in poverty and all this shit that's going on within their own country. And yeah, doesn't work out too well. Even the Soviet Union dropped, they dropped it. There's another reason why they're over there fighting them. It is. Alright, I'm not talking about Russia on here. But anyway, that's all for my rant. I hope you liked the PDF I shared. Blood of the Dragon. That was pretty cool. Yeah, but I am working on some ways to subsidize my income. Coloring books is going to be a good way, and I think to break the ice, because I need to learn how to do everything from publish at KDP to use the software to getting used to drawing again, drawing in digital format. I don't have to do very complex drawings. I have an illustrator helping me with my book, and she does awesome work. These are just... One, I want to do it for myself. I get kind of a dopamine high when I do artwork. I think anyone does. It's fun. And it's a very overlooked way of making money. It's a shame. How many people you think are at Amazon writing actual novels, trying to sell their books over there, and they're doing okay? Then you got someone who comes along and publishes a few coloring books, and they're doing a few $1,000s a month in revenue. Just saying. Not everyone's putting out a Game of Thrones epic fantasy novel, and they get buried, and it's hard to get exposure, and it's a very difficult field, especially to make money in. I think for now I'd rather just stick with some coloring books. I'm not even seeing any art styles here that really pop out to me. I know I can do a little bit better. Let's see, what about tacos? Tacos, everyone loves tacos. I don't know, taco coloring. Yeah, here we go. Simple things, right? Mexican food. That's racist. No, I'm not. Taco Tuesday. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. And that's the other thing you don't want to do. There are free coloring pages on the internet. You do not want to download them, put them in a book, and resell them. It's just morally and ethically, it's not right. And I don't think it's really legal either. But when you design all your own pictures, you have nothing to worry about, right? Exactly. Oh, that would be a fun book. I would actually like doing that. A book of succulents, cactus, plants. Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah, succulents and plants. I love succulents. And what's cool is if you know anything about succulents, they're really colorful to begin with. So children can paint. You can color in succulents any color that you want because they're colorful. They're colorful plants. Everyone knows what a cactus is. Cacti. Well, that would be a good one too. Plants. Yeah, we'll stick with tacos and plants before we move on to animals and humans. I'm not going to bite off more than I can chew at first because I know, like I said, it's about doing basic shapes, and food is the right way to get started. Anyway, yeah. So that's all for my rant. If you can support the channel, I would appreciate it. All the links are in the description. Got a little hot today. Yeah, it's humid right now, but oh well. Global warming. Uh-oh. Anyway, I got a bad feeling about the next couple months. You know what? I'm sick of thinking and hearing about the fucking election. And I think a lot of people are. That's going to be the Democrats' downfall and mainstream media. Because people are just going to get to the point where they're just like, shut the fuck up. I tell people now and they get mad at me. They're like, Trump is this, Trump is that. I said, good. Let him die and go let God judge his soul then. If he did any, and they hate hearing that, I'm like, because half of them can't explain what the hell he did anyway. According to them, he sacrificed a baby on live TV or something. Oh, wait, Joe Biden goes around sniffing babies on live TV. But that's all. All right, let me stop. That's how good the MK Ultra mind control's been working. You want to see a satanic Democrat freak out? Go tell him that let God judge his soul. You don't worry about it. They'll really freak out then. Or tell them something like, look, you're going to burn in hell for all the gossip you're spreading. Don't take me down with you. How the hell could you say one country under God, then you commit and fucking gossip all day when gossip is a sin? Because it's what they use to condemn Jesus in Babylonian Talmud. That's all I'm saying. Hypocrites. Oh, thou shalt not lie. Isn't that one that thou shalt not steal? Should I go on? No wonder they took God out of the oath when Joe Biden took the oath of office. Probably got struck by fucking lightning right then. All right. All right, maybe we'll do some. I'm gonna play around with the software I have tonight, learn how to use it, see if I can get some food created. Anyway, yeah, see, taco coloring book, eBay, taco coloring pages for kids. They want $3.48 for. That's a bit. Well, it's not the greatest picture. This is the competition. That right there. That don't even look like a taco. What the hell is that? And why is there a cat on it? I think I could do better than this. No. Why do you have a taco shaped like a dog? This ain't fucking Korea. This isn't that place in Ohio. Is this a Haitian coloring book? Oh my god. Alright, that's actually a little disturbing. Yeah, I think I could do better. It's cheap though, $3. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm not looking to charge a lot of money for these books. They're coloring books. The idea is sell them for a cheap price. I think most coloring books over to Amazon for what I'm looking to do probably sell for anywhere from I'd say $6 to $9. And we'll see. Anyway, any questions or comments, leave them below. I was just talking about art, DH. You must... We had to learn to draw circles and straight lines with our hands. That's what we did. And, yeah. That's what I said about learning how to use my software. It's all about just making shapes. And I got some tools in there which allow me to do that. I was just talking about that. Interesting. I didn't even see that comment. All right. Yeah, she gets the idea. That's what you do when you first learn how to draw. Is you draw straight lines and circles, and then you'll get on the squares. And then when it's like you ever see Karate Kid, wax on, wax off. Kids they're in class all pissed. What the hell we drawing straight lines for? Yeah, and then you'll see how handy that comes in when you actually start drawing other things. So drawing in digital format is not that different. That's why I'm not going to start out with animals and people. I'm going to start out with simple shapes. Anyway, the questions or comments, leave them below. God bless and take care.